What are your predictions for the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct? I got a couple and they get increasingly bolder. First, Nintendo will release 2 big Mario titles this year. A new Super Mario 3D platformer at launch, Yes at launch, and then Mario Kart for Christmas. For the first time since the N64, Mario will open a console's generation with a 3D platformer. After the successful Switch era, they want to start this one with a bang. And Nintendo will only announce it as the very last thing of the Direct to get people really hyped up. Second, there will also be, of course, some sort of tech demo game like One to Switch or Nintendo Land, but this time they are playing the greatest hits of all their generations. It will be a game reminiscent of Wii Sports, maybe even bundled with the console to drive sales, we'll see. Third, Metroid Prime 4 and the new Pokémon Legends will both play a role, but I think neither of them will be released as physical Nintendo Switch 2 games. They will be the first titles that have the status as Switch 2 Edition games, something that was shown in footnotes at the Nintendo Switch 1 Direct last week. People thought it might be for enhanced versions of older Switch titles, and I think that could also be pretty Breath of the Wild, for example, to have at least some Zelda content, but it would make a lot of sense for Metroid and Pokémon as well. I think Nintendo wants to avoid at any cost that parents go into the store and buy the wrong version of the game for their children. Happened too many times with the Switch from Wii to Wii U. Next, they will take some time to brag with all the collaborations with third-party developers, and I think Microsoft will get a surprisingly big spotlight with Call of Duty and also the Master Chief Collection, and what I hope for, the reunion of Rare and Nintendo, with Everwild also being released for the Switch. Then I think they will spend some time with retro games as well. I mean, it is still Nintendo, and with every generation they are milking their glorious history. But the big news will be that all current Nintendo Switch Online retro titles will be playable on the Nintendo Switch 2 at launch. I mean, kind of ridiculous that is a big news, but Nintendo loves to build up the catalog again and again, so at least it's a step forward from previous generations. And speaking of retro games, there will be 2 new categories making their way to the console: GameCube games and Nintendo DS games, with Luigi's Mansion and New Super Mario Bros. At launch. Maybe even the rumors about the second screen attachment are real? Who knows, maybe. And the next prediction, maybe wishful thinking, Nintendo will announce a new Nintendox. With 24 million sold units, the DS version is still one of the best-selling games of Nintendo's history, and nonetheless, it hasn't seen a new entry in 14 years. But now the question is,